Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So, Nicki Minaj might have landed one of the hottest pop stars in the world on her Gag City Deluxe album. And if it's true, will the single go #1? Now, it has been reported that Sabrina Carpenter received some white roses from Nicki Minaj. And, this is because Sabrina Carpenter went #1 for her album, okay? Short and sweet. And if you guys remember, she said, this one is for Nicki. Because if you guys remember, Travis blocked Nicki Minaj's Queen album from going #1 because he had bundles and Payola Board took Nicki Minaj's bundles away. Now, Sabrina took to Instagram to thank Nicki, and she said, I adore you, Nicki Minaj, plus the barbs. This is thoughtful, and these are so beautiful. Now, some fans on social media don't believe that Nicki Minaj is being genuine, okay? Some fans are saying that she only did this to get a collaboration from Sabrina and that, she's attaching herself to Sabrina because she fell out with all the female rappers except Bia, okay? So let me know how y'all feel about that. I don't really think that Nicki Minaj is using Sabrina. If anything, Sabrina would be using Nicki. She was the one that had to tweet Nicki Minaj to get the Barb support. So that way, the Barbs could run up her album sales, and she only beat Travis by 1,000 copies. Even though he was getting payola. It's not like she beat him by a landslide. He was up. Okay. And I believe they probably filtered some of his sales and was like, we giving it to Sabrina. But she definitely needed the Barb support because she was very close to not going #1. Let's be clear. And this is her first #1 album. Prior to Icespxce and Short and Sweet, Sabrina was flopping for like the last 5 years. So I don't think that Nicki needs to use Sabrina. If anything, she needs Nicki. She needs that Nicki cosign so the Barbs can support, so she won't have to go toe-to-toe with Travis' 10-year-old album anymore, okay? Now, as for a collaboration, I don't know if I really care for a collaboration. I like Sabrina, I really do. But I feel like, Nicki's not really her peer. I remember when she said that she would rather work with Cardi B than Nicki Minaj. Now, this was obviously during the Nicki Minaj hate train. This was in 2018. But I feel like Cardi B is probably more of her peer, though. No shade. I think that Nicki Minaj should just do a collaboration with the Chart-Obsessed Racist. No shade, because at the end of the day, Sabrina Carpenter has the Chart-Obsessed Racist fan base backing her too. Okay, so Nicki might as well collaborate with her peer, Taylor, than Sabrina. But getting a Sabrina collaboration might be easier now. Okay, but let me know how y'all feel about that. And if you guys would be here for a collaboration. Now, it looks like Icespxce is crawling back onto the Cardi B side, the Cardi B alliance. She has recently liked Cardi B's recent photo of her saying happy birthday to her son, Wave. And with that being said, a lot of fans believe that Icespxce is trying to make amends with Cardi B since she fell out with Nicki Minaj, okay? And she also fell out with Cleopatra, so she don't really got anybody on her side right now. The female rappers really don't mess with Icespxce like that. She fell out with Scratch Off. Megan don't really mess with her like that. JT don't like her. So she's crawling back to Cardi B. Now, if you guys remember, Icespxce actively dissed Botchin' Pregnant on her album. In one particular record, it was called BB Belt. she did Botch and Pregnant, and Botch and Pregnant responded to the disses, if you guys remember, and went off. Now, she said in BB Belt, thinking she pretty, but she's changing her face. Falling behind, pick up the pace. It was funny until I took her place. Light skin, but I'm black. You can tell by my hair. I'm getting money. I'm a millionaire. Okay? And, remember they got into it, a few months ago because Cardi B used her as an example as to how, Dominicans could be black or whatnot. Icespxce responded and said, I have a black parent. And then Cardi B told her to post that picture of her acting like a fan at the Vanity Fair party. So my whole thing is, how do you go from dissing somebody on your album, which came out, a month or two ago? It came out like in July, right? That was 2 months ago. And now you back to liking pictures and you want to be friends. That's very interesting. I personally think that she's trying to get back into Cardi B's good graces because she fell out with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has unfollowed her and showed the Barbs that she don't really mess with her. And then Cleopatra exposed her. The other female rappers don't really have a friendship with her. She fell out with Scratch Off. So she got to get back cool with Cardi B. And I think it's fake. I can't respect it. If you gonna diss somebody, stand on it. Don't start dissing and a few months later decide that, oh, you know what? This is not benefiting me. I fell out with Nicki Minaj. Let me go try to make amends. That's what it's given. Okay? Mind you, you took her off the Munch remix. Okay? You don't really fool with Cardi B like that. Okay? You've been dissing her, but now you want to be friends. Icespxce, that's fake. You're getting Donkey of the Day for this. Okay? And before people say, oh, well, a like doesn't really mean anything, it definitely means something, especially on social media. When you guys were dissing each other back and forth, you wasn't liking no pictures. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's kind of fake. Moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, Travis Kelce, Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, and Justin Jefferson star in the new Pepsi ad. Megan Thee Stallion also put out her new version of We Will Rock You, okay, which is a classic. And she was taking some shots at Nicki Minaj, okay? She said, I don't see no competition. I don't let haters stop me. I do my big one every time because I know they watching. I'm the one to beat. Make them get on their feet, okay? Now remember, Nicki Minaj told Megan Thee Stallion to get on her good foot because she got shot in the foot. And now Megan has basically responded to that diss, even though she claimed she didn't have issues with Nicki Minaj, which was proven to be a big fat lie. She said, make them get on their feet. And she said, I'm the one they got their best fighter losing sleep. Step 1, they doubt they sleeping. Step 2, I'm the one they believe in. Step 3, I'm done. Got a few yards on them. Step 4, now they all playing defense. Step 5, build my team up. Mud on your face, get cleaned up. Bring them out, I'm ready to eat. I'ma use what's left to pick my teeth. Okay? So a lot of people feel like those shots were aimed at Nicki Minaj. I definitely feel like when she said, make them get on their feet, and I'm the one that got their best fighter losing sleep, that was at Nicki Minaj, okay? Because I remember Nicki Minaj said they gonna have to pick their best fighter for the champ in Trolls. Didn't she say that? So it looks like Megan Thee Stallion, even though she says she ain't got no beef with Nicki Minaj, she don't know what the beef is, she's still throwing shots. Now, moving on from that, Megan also put out her new single with BTS member RM. And she was taking definitely some shots in that song too. Now, she said they want to smell what the hottie be cooking. They on the rock when they see me at a booking. Just know when it's time to get my lick back, all you finna be finished. Then she said, so dope, trying to make me take a P test. Check the credits, you know who run it when the flow this hard, this heavy. Kotex. I can't help that I'm that girl. They be talking, I don't care, beefing with yourself because you do not exist in my world, okay? So, basically in these bars, she is saying that Nicki Minaj is beefing with herself because Megan Thee Stallion has only beef with Icespxce and Nicki Minaj, okay? But recently she has mentioned that she don't have an issue with Nicki Minaj or she don't know what the issue is. So now in this recent song, she's saying that Nicki is beefing with herself. Now she also said 3 things I don't play about: myself, my money, or my man. Mention one of them and best believe I'm gonna be at your head. Okay? Just how Nicki Minaj was at your head when you dissed Kenneth Petty and Piss, okay? Now, I wonder why she is not coming at nobody's head when they mention her mom. Nicki mentioned Yo Dead Mama, and you still haven't really fully responded to that diss track. Okay, so you don't care about Yo Dead Mama, clearly. Because why wouldn't you mention my mama? Because you don't have a consistent man in your life. I don't think the Tory Craig person is going to last with Megan Thee Stallion. She don't be having them really long relationships. Party was her longest, but you can see the cracks in that relationship from the beginning. And Party cheated on her and she cheated on Party. Okay, they both claimed that they both was cheating. So with that being said, why wouldn't you mention, your mama instead of your man? Because it's not like you had a man for like 5+ years. Okay, you don't be having consistent relationships like that. You just be sleeping around. So I feel like you should have mentioned, if people talk about you or your mama or your money, that would have been a better line. Okay, but then people would have said, oh, that was a direct shot at Nicki Minaj. So that's probably why she didn't do it. But let me know if you guys like the RM record, Never Play. I thought it was okay. The bars were kind of weak, though. You got to come harder, Megan Thee Stallion. I feel like you be getting away with putting out weak bars. The bars don't hit like that. You got to come harder than that. Sorry. Now, moving on from that, Icespxce, of course, inserts herself into the Icespxce and Cleopatra beef. She was dissing Icespxce, been dissing Icespxce since she came out, because Icespxce has had 10 times more success than Icespxce. Icespxce says, I don't like how everyone is trying to make Cleopatra look. Any effing who, Cleopatra will be performing with me on Halloween, October 31st at Terminal 5 NYC. She will be paid, have her own space to glam, and whatever she wants on her rider, because I have that effing respect in class. Now, Icespxce, you can't even pay your own damn rent, okay? But paying Cleopatra would not be much, because she probably was going to cost $5,000, $4,000 for a performance. It's not like she really a big artist. So, I wouldn't be bragging about that, playing Cleopatra. But make sure you pay your rent too, because I've heard that you don't pay your rent, but you want to brag about paying a independent artist that doesn't have one hit. Okay, what is Cleopatra gonna perform? I never heard of her music like that, but I guess it's the exposure that really counts. My whole thing, no shade to Cleopatra, I would not want to be attached to Icespxce at all. Okay, that is career suicide. You never gonna make it with Icespxce by your side, because nobody in the industry F with Icespxce. She done fell out with everybody, and she's another one that has a very dark soul and an evil spirit. You're talking about a woman that has talked badly about Nicki Minaj's child, okay? Talked badly about Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Rihanna, Queen B, all of the greats. She is a very nasty human being. And my whole thing with Cleopatra, you was talking about Ice Spice having a dark soul. Nobody has a darker soul than Azalea Stanks. Okay, please. If you can talk about somebody's child, you have a dark soul. And she has done that with Nicki Minaj and Papa Bear. So I don't really understand how Cleopatra could pick and choose who has a dark soul. Like, you don't want to align yourself with Ice Spice, understandably. But you want to align yourself with Azalea Stanks. That's career suicide. Nobody in the industry messes with Azalea Stanks. Okay? Nobody. That's why she's still in the same predicament that she was in 5 to 10 years ago. She never blew up. Why? Because she has a nasty ass attitude and mouth. So, unfortunately, Cleopatra, I'm going to have to give you Donkey of the Day for this. I get it. You want the opportunity. You need the money. I get it. But at the end of the day, you can't talk about somebody having a dark soul and you gon' work with another person that has an even darker soul. Like, come on now. Stop. With Azalea Stanks by your side, you're never going to blow up. You can kiss your career goodbye. Now, moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. She did a recent interview for her Pepsi commercial. And she was asked, would she ever do the Super Bowl halftime show? She said, oh my God, definitely. Like, the day they asked me to do the halftime show, y'all not going to see me for at least 2 months because I'm going to be in a serious hottie boot camp preparation. We're going to speak that into existence. Write that down. We mean it, okay? So it looks like in a few years, Camel Face, who gets to choose who performs at the NFL Super Bowl halftime show, could be choosing Megan Thee Stallion, okay? Now, let me know how y'all feel about that. She can bring out Queen B to perform the Savage remix. She can bring out Cardi B to perform WAP. I don't know if that's kid-friendly, but they can censor that. Hopefully they bring out Lil' Kim because, you know, they said Lil' Kim inspires them, but they never want to work with Lil' Kim. So maybe she'll bring out Lil' Kim, you know, and do like a female rap type of halftime show. See, the devil works hard, but Devil Nation works harder. Okay, because they work in Megan Thee Stallion. They making sure Megan Thee Stallion gets these opportunities as they should. That's what a management company is supposed to do. But my whole thing is, does it match the level Megan Thee Stallion is on? Because I'm like, I don't know if Megan Thee Stallion is a halftime show performer or artist. I mean, she don't really have that type of catalog, but with Queen B and Camel Face on her side, anything is possible. Now, moving on to Scratch Off. Scratch Off reveals that she is dropping a deluxe version, Sugar Honey Piss Tea, which I actually talked about a few days ago that she was gonna do this, okay? She said new tracks are on the way, and she posted a screenshot on Snapchat and said, they can't outwork me, and that's the problem. Okay? I'm like, who is Scratch Off outworking? Okay? Like, you're the least successful female rapper in the game. Okay? No shade. Ice Spice, JT, Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, have all had more success than you this year. Well, you beat out Botch and Pregnant, but she's botched and pregnant, so she can't really do much right now. And she's going through a divorce. But you're not the most hardworking female rapper. I don't know where she got that from. That was very weird. Now, ASAP the colorist takes shots at Champagne Thickums in his new single with J. Cole called Ruby Rosemary. He said, "Edward wants smoke with me. Tell him push up, Hercules. Hercules, tell him push up. Tell him pull up. 33, my mind, obliques, and I'm pushing ambulance on the scene." Okay? Now, if you guys remember, Champagne Thickums had that song Push Ups for Kung Fu Kenny. Okay? So that's why a lot of people feel like he taking shots in that bar. Then he said, cut everything but the family ties. Cut the ish, cut the lies. Word to the wise. Who is your top 5? Ha ha. F your top 5. I don't get fresh to death. I bury alive. I heard dog talking funny like it's Family Guy. Caring for niggas like I'm Mary or Bob. Made a promise to God. You gotta strive when you marry the mob. They ain't seen the drip since Rick the Ruler. They ain't done force my hand. My ish is Ruger's. We don't wear Zara. That ish don't suit us. Every time they throw stones, I take them to my jeweler. You know, a lot of people feel like those bars were about Champagne Thickums because Champagne Thickums got a song called Family Matters. Kung Fu Kenny has a song with his cousin called Family Ties, which he kind of mentions in the song. And then he also mentions something in regards to a mob. And Champagne Thickums got a song called Mob Ties on Scorpion. Okay, because Jay Prince protects him. Now, with that being said, though, I feel like these bars were lackluster. Okay? Like, ASAP can't go toe-to-toe with Champagne Thickums. I'm sorry, but Champagne Thickums is a better rapper than ASAP the colorist, in my opinion. If I have to be unbiased, I don't really feel like ASAP lyrically is on Champagne Thickums' level. And you can say, well, Champagne Thickums has writers. Well, ASAP the colorist needs to get them. Okay? Because it don't make sense for you to be throwing shade at Champagne Thickums. It makes absolutely no sense if you're not going to completely annihilate him like Kung Fu Kenny did. Okay? It's a waste of time, in my opinion. And then J. Cole, why are you hopping on a Champagne Thickums diss track? You always act phony. You always act funny. You did not want to diss Kung Fu Kenny. You removed your diss track. Okay? You apologized on stage. Now you gonna hop on a Champagne Thickums diss track? I mean, come on, J. Cole. That's fake. That's fake. Y'all literally went on tour together earlier this year. Didn't y'all put out a song that went #1? It was like your first #1 first-person shooter. And this is how you do Champagne Thickums? You fake. There's a lot of fake people in the world. I'm sorry. A lot of these celebrities, Icespxce, Megan, J. Cole, they fake. I wonder if he a Capricorn. Now, unfortunately, Rich Homie Quan, okay, passed away. They said that he OD'd, okay? So, you know, condolences to his family, his friends. And Icespxce, you will be receiving Donkey of the Day. That's what I wanted to really get to. You know, R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan. Why are you now revealing that y'all was in a relationship, knowing he got a girlfriend and he just passed away? I can't stand you hoes. I really, really, really can't stand you hoes. That was just tasteless. Just like your music and your trash outfit. Them Sheen outfits that you be wearing. Sit the F down. I mean, this man just passed away and now you want to come out like a side chick. I mean, I cannot stand you rap hoes. Always doing something for clout. Sit the F down. Donkey of the Day to Icespxce for what she did. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And have a great day.